The hell is this? Are these guys offering cocaine or a dirty Sanchez? What the hell's going on here? And what's with this dude's hair? What is that? It's like a bike helmet made out of ramen noodles. Then you got this guy in the back here. He's not even dressed like him. Was he just walking by and decided to sneak in the back of the line? Do they even know he's there? Oh, great. Now they're multiplying. Civilians are starting to notice now, too. I mean, are we even sure this is Earth? I feel like I'm watching a transmission of The Bachelor from Mars featuring the Martian Beatles. This must be the Paul McCartney of the group. You can tell this is all his idea. Look how into it he is. I mean, look at John Lennon over here. He looks like he couldn't be more over this nonsense. Then you got Ringo back there, who's just happy to be here. I doubt he even really understands what the rest of them are doing. I think he just thinks they're showing their boogers. I don't see this one ending well. The breakup's gonna be bad, and it's gonna happen soon. First the drugs, then the beards. I guess we'll find out if aliens can even grow beards. Yeah, maybe we'll get some good music out of it. But considering this is 2021 and the only things we make now are TikToks, Snapchats, and virtue signaling political posts, we'll probably just get more of that until the asteroid hits. What a future. Wait till you see this guy. Yeah, this is all he does. Same song, same moves, forever. Now you already know what I'm gonna say, right? This guy's got millions of views for doing nothing. Well, you're right. But you know what? Good for him. Why work when you can be a dancing sim character for a living? There's no excuse anymore. If you're at a dead-end job, it's time for a change. Get yourself a pair of whatever the hell those things are, and get to dancing. Like if you dig holes for a living, just film yourself humping your shovel handle while you're working. Post a 10-second clip of you doing that at every job site. Within a month, you'll be the shovel humper guy. Millions of views, fans across the world. Quit your job. You made it. This guy could be saving lives, you know. I'm sure there's somebody in his fan base out there that took the rope off of their neck after discovering him. I'm sure he'd even get votes in our next election knowing our country. You know, if this really is the end times, what better way to go out than with this guy dancing on top of a mountain of our mistakes? Wait till you see this. Well, looks like the influencer virus has infected the animal kingdom. That's right, folks. Evolution has taken a turn. Welcome to the human experience, Rufus. Just go along with it, little buddy. Whatever you gotta do to get food from these people. Come on, Penelope. Come take the same picture with me every day of our lives for no reason. Yeah, this is normal. Nelly wanted to take a selfie. Nelly doesn't want to do anything other than whatever you want him to do, so you feed him. Sure, I'll take a selfie with you. Just understand one thing. Nelly is mocking the human race. That's what Nelly's doing. Then you got this guy, forcing this poor creature to participate in his derangement. Look at him. He's like, what are you doing? This is getting weird, man. I don't want to take a picture with you, dude. I mean, you could keep trying. I'm not going to look at the camera. Good, it came out awful. Just how I wanted it. Oh, now you're going to manipulate me into taking one? Fine, I'll take one. But just so you know, every time you look at that photo, you know in your heart I never wanted to do this. You had to manipulate me into looking at that little fuzzy thing. You're a fraud. Now fill up my bowl.
I love dog photos, and I don't think that there's a way for dogs to take photos of themselves like without human hands. So I'm building a fully automated photo booth for Scraps.
Oh, this is good. Let me guess, you have an Instagram account for it. Do you put her in yoga pants and write inspirational quotes under her captions too?
I really wish we had more dogs to try it out on, but we don't have any friends.
That's okay. You'll make some in the psychiatric ward when the neighborhood has you committed. Look at this one. This is what everyone over 50 looks like when they're trying to figure out how to use a smartphone. Meanwhile, let's check in with Donkey Kong Jr. over here. What's the caption on this one? Just Wilma and I enjoying the day. Hashtag, we're actually just as smart as humans, but don't say anything because we don't want to get involved with them. Well, if there's any positive to this, it's a small chance that the animals start realizing that there's something wrong with us. Maybe we could get a few house pets to reverse roles and take care of the ones in need. Or we could just keep things the way they are so I can continue to reap the benefits of mankind's contribution of never-ending material for my videos.
Okay, selfie ready, go!
Good. At least someone's fighting back. Narcissism is ugly, but this shirt isn't. I teamed with Forbidden Clothes to bring one of my original illustrations to life. If you want one, go to forbiddenclothes.com. If you don't, what do I care? I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
Now is the time to do what you're told. Now is the time to do what you're told. Do what you're told. Do what you're told.
How dare you?
Do what you're told.
You ever wonder who has the most followers on TikTok?
I got your milkies.
Me neither. Till I saw this kid, who makes some of the most lifelike portraits I've ever seen. Surely this is what the majority of the world is fawning over, right? Nah, of course not. It's a random girl who takes photos of herself in the mirror. Yeah, 120 million followers. The most followed person on the entire platform. I mean, it makes sense. Look at how she stands and looks at the camera. How does she do it, folks? It's not like you can find someone who's blessed with this level of talent on every block in every neighborhood, at every high school, at every mall, and virtually every square mile of the entire country where people own phones and mirrors. No, this one's special. And to think I was wasting my time idolizing someone who can replicate perfect renditions of the human face. I mean, now I understand why so many people are having a hard time containing themselves in the comments. This is the video that put me over the edge. I couldn't believe it. I called everyone I knew. I mean, just look at how she stands there. I could only imagine how she picks up her camera and presses record. I wonder what her secret is. Oh wow, that's incredible. Oh wow. It's a prodigy. This is a prodigy. You know, now that I've been exposed to the most interesting person in the world, I get it. Why would anyone waste their time making art when they're already looking at a masterpiece in the mirror? This is the type of inspiration the youth has been missing since the Renaissance. Just think of all the time and money you wasted going to museums and art galleries. Now you can just pick up your phone and stare at people breathing on TikTok for free. What a time to be alive. Oh no. Is this what I think it is? Yeah, it is. The culmination of social media. A TikTok house. Imagine driving around with your family looking for a house and you see this atrocity. Look at these kids. They act like they're training for a UFC fight. I could only imagine what's going on inside. Why did I ask? Looks like some sort of fertility exercise. Jesus, these are going to be people's grandmothers someday. What's going on in this room? This must be the circle jerk wing of the house.
Yeah.
Listen to him.
Yeah.
Yo. This must be the male version of yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
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 It's like some sort of influencer mating call. That's what normal people need. We need to start identifying each other like they do so we can outbreed them and save the planet. What else is going on in this halfway house? Another carousel of dingleberries. Is this all these people do all day?
And then you come here and then come like this.
I mean, look at this. Look at the planning that goes into this.
Boom. Yeah, and then when you hit it again, yeah, you can either do this or I go like this. You do this like when I clap. We gotta do the same thing. All right.
I can only imagine what's going on upstairs. Why do I keep doing this to myself? This is what goes on in the rec room of a nut house, and this is what society considers influential. There's nurses that used to monitor this type of behavior. Ugh. You know, I'm thinking, after the neighbors put their house on the market and the rest of the neighborhood follows suit, you know who's going to be an even bigger influence on the community? The demolition crew that takes this building down and dances on the rubble. Now that's a TikTok channel I'd follow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait till you see this. Remember when it was impolite to stare at people when they eat? Yeah, well, now not only is it okay, apparently it's a trend. They call it mukbang. Sounds like another word for anal pounding.
I've missed you so much. Yes, I have.
Apparently people willingly film themselves eating dinner and upload it to the world so people can stare at them. What a contribution. Here's a guy clogging his arteries for your viewing pleasure.
I love cheese.
This would be the same type of guy who wears a mask in a grocery store as he fills up his shopping cart with the formula for heart disease. What do people see in this? Like, when someone watches this, what are they thinking? Boy, I really love how he chooses food. Ooh, I love how he slurped that noodle. What technique! Before social media, this would be the equivalent of you sitting directly across from someone at a table staring blankly at someone's mouth as they eat their dinner. Which makes me wonder, do the people who watch these videos stand outside restaurants and stare at people eating? I mean, I'd have to imagine watching someone eat in person is 100 times better, if you're into that sort of thing. What's better than a live performance of anything? I guarantee you there's a guy right now in a Payless shoe store walking up and down the aisles just waiting for someone to try on shoes so he can stare and fantasize about their foot in his mouth. You know it's true. I bet there's people in the mukbang community who look for people eating alone at restaurants, pull up a chair and ask them if they could sit and watch. I wish one of them would ask me so I can film myself blowing a mouthful of spaghetti noodles all over their face. I just want to see if they'd cream in their pants. I'm sure there'd be an audience for that too. I mean, at this point, it's pretty clear there's an audience for anything. What's the point of working anymore? Struggling waitress? Why don't you just film yourself rolling around in deli meat on your kitchen floor for some side money? You'll get sponsored in no time. Just film yourself licking things around the house. Start a YouTube channel where you cut dingleberries out of your ass. Do anything. It's 2021. Let's just see how far we can drive our dignity into the ground. Why put time and effort into things when you could just eat your dinner and achieve all the admiration society used to reserve for people who dedicated their life to mastering a skill? I mean, look, here's a girl covering one of the most difficult guitar solos ever created. Probably took her over a year to learn. 482 subscribers. Guy wakes up one day and eats a strawberry. 70 million views. 10.9 million subscribers. I mean, will anything of value or inspiration ever trend? Or are we just going to keep mimicking people who do things anyone can do and continue to watch each other do it? You know, like stretching your mouth with your finger. Yeah, this is literally a trend. Another groundbreaker from Generation Zero. I mean, we're like 6 months away from the Set Yourself on Fire challenge. Oh, never mind. It already happened. I mean, just the fact the local news has to alert the community that lighting yourself on fire is dangerous says a lot about how society is perceived by the people who pull the strings. How long you think before the headline "Breathe Oxygen to Stay Alive" makes its debut? Motherfucker.
I love cheese. Dun-dun. I love cheese.
Get a load of these two. Another one of these videos where people film themselves eating food. Yeah, this is groundbreaking content here, folks. Yeah, it's the inside of a donut. Any reason for sharing that with us? Why was that funny? No, really, why was him pointing at the donut funny? What are you trying to do, a heart? You just sort of abandoned the heart and got scared for some reason. Okay, you dropped it. Why is it a big deal? This isn't typical human behavior. I'm actually starting to wonder if these people are real. What's even more bizarre is no one in the comments finds any of this strange. I love you, family. Why? Because they eat? That's all it takes for you to love someone's entire family? If I send you a video of me eating a chicken wing, will you love my family too? Your videos are amazing. Oh yeah? Eating is amazing to this guy. What a low bar this guy has for something to be amazing. What would you consider the invention of the airplane? How are people blown away by this? I mean, do these people realize there's someone in active military duty watching this going, so this is who I'm fighting for? Do you guys realize you might be a contributing factor in one of our soldiers quitting? If that's the case, you're directly responsible for weakening our military. That would make you both enemies of the state. Yeah, the modern day Sonny and Cher. I mean, did I enter some alternate dimension where people across the world are blown away by people's ability to eat food? I must have accidentally walked through some wormhole in my house. Here, let me try to walk back to the room I started in and see if I still see what I'm looking at on my screen. Nope, still there. Well, I guess we're fucked.